All right. Hello, y'all. My name is Professor Vincent. I am making my first video today, first of many, over why Pokemon is a great asset and a good investment. I want to post every Thursday over my Excel spreadsheets that I make. I've been doing it for about 6 months now, and finding the best ways to basically invest into Pokemon through sealed product. I have been investing for about 5 years. I collected as a kid, and I bought and got back in 2020 in from Oregon. In Oregon, my roommate, he was a Pokemon collector, and he collected a bunch of cards and just held them. Um, but um, I was collecting through that period, and I got Evolving Sky. I got a bunch of boxes, and I didn't know what I had basically. But now I've been doing this for about a year now, and figuring out the markets and testing out. Right, I got my cards. I have sealed product. I recently got rid of like 99% of my cards, and I only keep 1% now, which I really only keep staff cards. Reason being is sealed has a better, longer lasting, um, and basically guaranteed growth, right? We're playing the supply and demand and scarcity of product, right? After 2 years, which is the main set window for things getting reprinted, after that 2 years, there's usually a huge spike because there is no more product being printed and people continue to open things. So there will always be less of it every time and more cards. So um, playing the scarcity game in sealed product is my investment strategy, and I wanted to show you guys why I'm doing things and put all the numbers here today. Um, Also wanted to talk about why I don't invest in cards is because they don't have an MSRP. MSRP is the manufactured price or whatever's the estimated price from the community, basically, right? Or the community um, basically decides the value of the cards. And so they can change sporadically, very risky, basically dependent on everyone, the people. And so it doesn't have an MSRP, it's harder to invest into, right? Because you're basically playing against emotions, right? I am investing strictly in logistics and math. And my math totals up with these things here. So basically, I go off of the total value of the set, and what that is why I buy things is because I've seen a trend on most of product and value within each set, right? So I only am doing Sword and Shield to current because those are really the investment periods. Usually, this is like I guess this is around five, 5 years here. Scarlet Scarlet and Violet it's been like I think 2 to 2.5 years. So we're in that marker why there's probably why you see more green here. Because there can be more doubles, right? It's the product's more affordable. Um, the doubles can happen more because there's more growth that can happen with the newer stuff, right? So it's basically we're holding until we get the gains that we want, right? That's all we're doing. And I wanted to talk about why I have things in green. So, my rule of thumb is I only invest into things that have and are over 1,000 in the total value mark. And you can see that the total value, usually anything above 1,000 is I consider a good to decent set, right? It's a good to decent set. When those are the ones that we want to put our money towards, right? And so what I usually see is it's about 1/4 of the value of the set is the box to um, the value or the ETB to the value, right? So the green I have as a great set, right? We see 6,000. This is the highest one in the Sword and Shield era, right? So that correlates with the highest booster box, right? So with the newer sets, those boxes haven't got the appreciation that they do off of the value of the set, right? So these are all good sets that I think are good to have, but not what I am putting majority of my funds towards, right? These yellow sets here are what I am doing and buying right now. Because, and number one, prismatic evolutions. We're buying, this is all we're buying actually right now. Currently, we are looking for the best deals we can get for prismatic. But if I see good deals for Black Bolt White Flare, they're great. Mega Evolutions as well, and I'm going to get into those right now. So, prismatic, highest value set in all of Scarlet and Violet. And so, I correlate prismatic evolutions with 151, right? Both great sets. 151 is a specialty set, and prismatic, they were in the same era. Very, I believe that they are very similar in how their performance is going to be. And so I'm basing numbers off of what 151 is going to do, but prismatic is going to be a beast of its own, and it's going to be I think it's going to be better than 151 for sure. Because this right here, the total value of the set. The total value of the set for 151 is $1,200 around, right? The ETB is 353. The set value of prismatic exponentially higher than 151. And the ETB is 115 right now. That is absurd, right? Specialty sets have proven to do a lot better than any other the booster box sets, basically, right? There's booster box sets and there's specialty sets. Specialty sets don't have booster boxes, right? Which is why they do a lot better, right? Because there's not as much easier packs to grab, right? There's more miscellaneous product that have two packs and like a plushie or something else in it, right? And so the ETBs are the main way to get these packs. And so the ETBs are going to do a lot better, and the packs are going to do a lot better, which is why specialty sets will always do better. And this is the highest specialty set that we've ever seen released. You can pull a $3,000 pack by getting a God pack for $8. Absurd. And that is why we are investing into this. Because over time, once it's been like a year, Prismatic has been out. In 1 year, if it does anything similar to 151, which I'm betting on, this is going to be probably around the 350 or 400 range in a year, right? So we're getting that triple. We want to triple our money as fast as we can, right? You really want to just double. How fast can you double your money, right? Stock market is usually 7 years, and depending on other assets, right? Different things. But prismatic, that is the golden one right now because these numbers make sense to buy. If it does anything close, if because I believe the set value will continue to rise later on, just like Evolving Skies, just like all the big sets, all the number one sets and the best sets that have performed continue to grow later on. The cards continue to grow, which is great for the box, right? If we hold the box, the set value goes up. There's more growth for the ETB, right? Which usually is only the top sets, which the top sets are the top value. So we have them all right here, right? But this is why Black Bolt and White Flare are the best as well. Specialty set, their value of the set is worth more than any other thing except for prismatic. right? Specialty set as well, right? I'm not buying packs of these two. We're not buying packs because we're buying prismatic packs if we have the opportunity, right? And usually buying packs or buying things in general or selling things in general in the Pokemon space or collectibles, it's usually between the 70 and 95% range, right? So you're trying to get numbers as well. So it needs to triple in order to even sell, right? That's what you're playing on. And this here is, since we haven't talked about main booster box sets, and I think this is a play. This is what I'm also thinking as well, right? Let's take a look at Destined Rivals. We're sitting at 1800 value set. The booster box is 408, which is absurd. Never happened before. This starting out like this. We've got Mega Evolutions. That is not double, but a lot over 1,200 dollars more of a value in the set. Just the cards, and it's almost double booster box. I think the booster box right now, which I've been buying these slowly because I'm, you kind of wait for deals, but um, basically, if you can get these from 200 to 220, I think this is a screaming buy for booster box. Screaming buy because the the numbers make sense, right? The value of the set. And I know it's also weird for people to see a base set box actually do good, but off of my numbers and playing the numbers game, playing strictly logistics, no emotions, this this is the best base set we've ever had, and I think it's undervalued. And I think it's undervalued. I think this box should be around $400. This is the highest booster box set we have seen in a long time. And I think it has great cards. I think there are great cards. Let's take a look. Mega Evolutions. Look at these cards. Mega Lucario? Mega Guardy? This is a great overall set. It's got Bulbasaur, phenomenal starter. Lilies, great card. Great art, I would say. And that is what it's at, right? This is a buy. This is a buy. Um, but like I said, this is just for me and what I'm doing. I am always happy to share knowledge, and I like to get feedback as well. So, if anyone has any comments or concerns, confessions, let me know in the comment chat, the comment section, and I would love to respond. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will be doing this every Thursday. This is the plan because vendors are usually, um, or investors and people that are going to shows usually have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I think this chart should show you what you should be looking for when you are going to shows if you're wanting to invest, because I think that is the best place to pick these up because you can make deals. There's usually a lot of product and things around, so and it sports community if go into card shows and getting to see new people, and it's always good to network if especially when you're investing into a tangible asset and or collectible. Good to know other people in the hobby as well that can help you out and get other opinions. And I think this is why starting a YouTube channel is a great idea as well, getting different people's opinions on what they see and how they perceive it, right? So thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good night.